Dick Duckman here, quack, quack. Yeah, so my art consultant, Corbett, asked me to do a video because the origin story of these projects, the duck, the horn that can be blown by any passerby, the Motorducky. So it's kind of a tragic story. I used to don't get me wrong, I love ducks, but I used to run a company in my younger days called Murderduck. And uh, when I was young, I grew up on a duck farm. My dad was a duckman, all the way down. It's the last name Duckman. It's really silly. Um, and yeah, I founded a company called Murderduck because I discovered a way to make a sweeter, more custard-like foie gras, which is goose liver. Sorry, duck liver. There's also a goose version. I never dealt in geese. It's nasty creatures. Um, but yeah, if you so foie gras is made by force feeding the duck. Uh, it's common in France. It's torture. You feed them until their belly fills up and they distend, and you keep doing it for a very long time, right? Well, they try to have it a short amount of food. But I've discovered a technique that can greatly prolong the suffering, which makes for a better foie gras. You just keep pressurizing the duck liver. It's their entire life. They are pressurized with food through a tube, and their heads are like held. Oh, and the profits I made. It was very popular in parts of Northwest Africa. It was basically a foie gras milkshake. Um, but sometime after I made my billions, it's not billions, I wish. But sometime after that, I started to reflect on my life as the incredibly wealthy do, and I started to realize that I love ducks. I always have loved ducks. I realized I was the bad guy. How could I be the bad guy? So I have since dedicated my life to duck-related causes. The Duckman Foundation is, it's one of our things is public art. And the idea behind the Motorducky series is that I want people to interact with a duck, a beautiful sculpture on the side of the road as they drive by, flying the same speed as ducks. And what my art consultant and his team are developing is actually the world's loudest duck call. So hopefully there will be many, many, many ducks. Now, back to my backstory with Murder Duck. Well, I'll get into that another time, but let's just say, towards the end I turned into a bit of a socialist and politically deposed, defend, deny, but not me. I'm making art now, so it's fine. I'm a good CEO. Um, so, yeah, I sold the company. I didn't sell it. I shut it down. And I had 200 people working for me. It was great. I made so much money. Small company, but high profit. Um, and no one knew our secret. Couldn't, oh, no one would buy our foie gras milkshakes. But I gave the company, I split it up, and all these guys have been working with me their whole life. They had a pension. They were well taken care of. They were each given a golden egg on the way out, solid, so they're good. But they were also given all of the tools they use their entire careers. Um, Anything that a worker would use, he would get to keep it and continue his craft or sell it, whatever. But the only thing was, he could not use it for harming ducks. He could not use it. And it was fine, but apparently the duck murder business is fairly specialized. So people spent the golden egg because I don't know. Um, it was chocolate on the inside or something. It wasn't. It was like gold. It was gold like soil. It was great. And lost my train of thought. I was thinking about murdering a duck. I mean, taking care of a duck. But yeah, so my son and my evil son, Dick Duckman, 2, Dick Duckman the second. It's actually Dick Duckman because my wife's second husband's name was Doc, and I don't know. It's like it's weird. It's complicated. Um, but yeah, my fucking son, my ducking son, bought up all the equipment and started Murder Duck with an even more painful, torturous. I I, I couldn't do anything with my son. I mean, he's a dick, but he's a dick duck. He's not. He, but yeah, that's the story of Murder Duck and Motorducky. Uh, yeah, my son really needs to get his website together for Murder Duck again. Oh, it's a moron. Dick Duck. Should call him Dick Duckman. Or Dick Head Duckman. Where's Duckman? I could have named him Duckman 3 times. Duckman. Like, it sounds like a duck. Duckman. Oh my god. Well, don't tell anyone. Top secret. See you, bitches. I'm gonna go climb into my gold bed.